Hey folks, back again with another Scum build video for you all. In today's video we take a look at one of my favourite cave locations and explore one of my favourite base designs to date. I built this base on a popular server and it was never rated. Does that mean it's unrateable? No, certainly not, but you had better bring your A game if you're serious about attempting to raid this base. As always folks, thanks for watching, stay safe and take care. So, let's get through this reasonably quickly and we can do a walkthrough at the end. First thing we need to do is build our flag. If you look here, there are two entrances to this cave, one of which we will be walling off, but if you enter the cave through the left side entrance, you will see an opening to your left. Inside here is where we will place the flag. Next, we want to place 5 single door frames, which will work as entrances to our flag area. Then, on our first frame placed, simply wall off the gaps. Now that we have our flag built and secured, we can start to work on the base. Next thing we need to do now, and probably the most important part of the base, is build the safe house. This is a personal design of mine that I created the day the modular building was implemented. I tend to call this a block base, and all it is simply 3 foundations long, 1 wide and 3 floors high. Building this is simple and takes no time at all, but in this cave there is only one specific area you can place it to make it fit inside. If you watch carefully where I place my first foundation, this is the only place it will go, so maybe try and replicate it in single player first before starting your build in multiplayer. For this safe to work for you, all you need to do is place your high tier loot at the very top and destroy the stairs when you are finished to ensure raiders cannot access this area. Next step is to wall off the perimeter to help protect the foundations from explosions. Next we need to take care of the entrances. As this cave has 2 entrances, and we only need 1, we will have to wall off 1 using Troy walls. Troy walls are an excellent design that protects your base and forces raiders to use copious amounts of explosives to break through the smallest of margins. The Troy wall design is simple, and you can see how they are built by watching the video linked at the end. I like to build 2 Troy walls on this entrance just to make sure it's secure, but obviously time will be a factor for some people, and 1 will work just fine. Now we can work on the main entrance, and the design behind this is also simple. What you want to do is place single door frames and create like a tunnel with them that will force raiders in a certain direction, and by doing this you can place a ton of doors which will act as your first line of defense. While placing your door frames, direct them around the side of your block base until you are happy with the amount you have placed. Once this is complete and you have added your doors, we can start to wall off the remaining entrance and start tidying up the base. Obviously during this build period, I would advise to live out of boxes as your base will be vulnerable up until this point. Let's wall off the entrance. Once this is done, the next thing you need to do is wall off around the door frames that make up the entrance to your base. Adding extra layers in certain areas to increase security is key. Once this is done, you will end up with something looking like this. Now we are starting to reach the end game of this build. In this area we have created here, there are numerous points to secure, but this is all optional. The last thing I personally like to do is create another little modular build in this area. Simply build it as big as you can fit inside, and you can use this as a spawning area or a resupply area, or just a place to socialise, cook, craft and just generally chill. To secure this area we do something similar to the flag area and just place 5 door frames to act as the entrance and simply wall off when complete. Now the base is essentially finished. Of course, as we are playing Scum, there will be a grind involved, and this works much better if you have a squad of teammates to help. As we are building inside a cave, the building elements are kept down to a minimum and you can get the shell of this base up in 1 session easily. But now we need to upgrade, and this will take the longest time. Please folks, always upgrade your base. If you are serious about keeping raiders out of your base, then upgrade your walls. Let's take a quick walkthrough and explain some of the aspects of this build. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel for another Scum video. In today's video we are of course looking at the cave base. Now this cave base is probably one of my more favoured cave bases that I've built over the years. But yeah, let's do a simple walkthrough of this build. Super effective. Unfortunately, with this cave, there's two entrances, but one we have just used Troy walls to block off, which are extremely effective and better than most defenses you can choose from. So, coming up to the entrance to the cave, like before, we have the tunnel of doors. Now, there is 17 doors in total here, and you can add even more so. There's extra security walls put in behind both of these front walls, but as we go through the front doors, you can just add dial locks, VCU locks, go locks to these doors. This will deter raiders, of course. Make sure all your stuff is upgraded as well. And it brings us right into this first area. Now, we have built the block base, that I call, which is 3 foundations long, 1 wide, and 3 stories high. This will be used to keep all your A-tier loot. And this simply works by when you're logging off for the night. So we have these stairs all the way to the very top. This is where you would keep all your good gear right up. So when you log off for the night, all you gotta do is destroy these stairs. And all you need to do really, just to maintain this, is collect the wood, stick it in this little metal chest here, and it takes no time at all to build your stairs. As you can see, completely unreachable. There would be the only way for raiders to get that loot would be to just destroy this whole block base. And that takes a lot of materials for really nothing. Of course, we have the perimeter wall. This wall protects the foundations of the modular build. We'll also build that to make sure it's upgraded also. We go round to the other entrance. As you can see, we have the Troy wall built. Now, you could build 1 Troy wall. What I like to do, I build 2 Troy walls. Build another one right here. Which means there's the amount of rockets and C4 you would need to break through the first Troy wall, and then a second after that would make it, well, I mean, fair play to anybody it does, but it would make it unrealistic. And then in here we have our flag area, which is just another set of 5 doors. Leads into this little section of the cave where we keep our flag, keeps it nice and secure. You can use this place for like beds, maybe for respawn, add some chests and loot in here if you want to keep extra safe. And it's just protected by a wall, sort of walls itself off. And then we go round, back round to the front again. We have this little area of the cave where I like to build sort of the hangout area or the war room. There's a little modular build in behind this wall. Of course, another 5 doors here for extra protection. This leads us up into this little modular build where we also have workbench, table, chairs, some other stuff for keeping your like building materials and whatnot, and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's a pretty secure base. In total, there's 17 doors here. We have another 5 into the little modular build. We have another 5 that takes us into the flag area that keeps that safe. We have the 2 modular, or sorry, the 2 Troy walls protected and just the cave. Quick and easy, cheap, extremely safe cave base, and it's one of my favorites. And its location is in C1, as you can see. Pretty close to the bunker, up into the mountains. We've got, we've got access to a lot of good stuff. Very good place to build a base. Oh yeah, I hope you found this video useful, folks. If anybody would like to try this build, anybody does try a build similar to this, I would love to know it and maybe see some pictures or something. That'll be awesome. But yeah, that's my cave base. I hope you folks enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.